Hi guys, welcome back to Crafts Go Bloom. My name is Krista, and today I've got a super short tutorial for you that I think is going to be a great last minute gift or stocking stuffer, really for just about any age group, and we're going to work on this flower keychain. I'm going to show you how to make the flower, and then if you want to add a keychain you can, but you don't have to. This could also work as an embellishment for a larger plushie. Like sticking this on the ear of a large cow that's standing up or something like that. So the only supplies you're going to need is your crochet hook and 2 different colors of yarn. And this is great if you have scrap yarns also. And today I'm going to be using Bernat Baby Blanket in the color Pale Marigold and Bernat Baby Blanket Sparkle in the color Rose Gold Sparkle for my flower. And this one is actually done in a baby pink and yellow, but it does show up pretty white on the camera. And I'm not even going to use a stitch marker for this one. You'll also need some scissors at the end and a tapestry needle to weave in your ends at the very end. I will stick the pattern up at the top of the screen like I do for all of my patterns, and you can pause, but I'm just going to keep going on this one and we're going to see how it goes. I've got my size 6 hook here and my size 6.5, and judging by the thickness of this Bernat, I'm actually going to switch to my 6.5, but I sometimes use a 6 for Bernat and sometimes I use a 6.5. It depends on if it's their like really fluffy yarn or if it's one of the colors that's kind of thin, because that can happen from just color to color. So use whatever hook you need to use to not have giant holes in your project, and that might be the size hook that the label suggests, but it might not. My skeins of Bernat Blanket call for an 8mm hook, and that would be way too big for me. So for round 1, we're going to start off doing 10 single crochets in a magic ring. And the way I make a magic ring is to wrap the yarn around 3 fingers like this and pinch it. Go around the back and grab it with my pinky. And then I'm going to grab my hook, go under the first loop, grab the second, and twist that. And then grab that yarn that's on your pinky and use your pinky to pull it tight and pull through. And that is our magic ring. And we're going to do 10 single crochets in that. And the way you do that is to insert your hook and pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Keep going until you have 10. And then pull your tail to close up your magic ring. Be careful that you don't pull so tight that you snap the yarn. It absolutely can happen. Very frustrating when it does. Now I'm going to switch over to the pink yarn, and I'm just going to pull up a loop here and pull down on that yellow. If you'd like, you can put a stitch marker in that 10th single crochet. And we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets into 1 stitch. And so the way you do a double crochet is to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's 1 double crochet. And I did do that double crochet over top of these tails, and I'm going to leave those on and just keep crocheting over them all the way around so that we don't really have to do anything with those. But we're going to do 2 more double crochets into that same space. And then we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, which means you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull that straight through the loop on your hook. And we're going to repeat that pattern 4 more times for a total of 5 petals all the way around. Okay, when you get around to that last petal and you do that last slip stitch, I'm going to hold my tails out of the way. So I'm actually going to pull them up and over and get them out of my way. And then I'm going to slip stitch to that first petal and chain 1, and then we're going to cut that tail. And then we can pull that through. Now when you're looking at the back, you have these 2 tails. You're going to have the tail of the pink, or whatever petal color you used that we were crocheting over the entire time, and you should still have the working yarn of the center of your flower, and we have crocheted those in all the way around, so we can just cut those off where they are. We don't need to weave those in at all. And then we're just going to weave in these 2 ends. Make sure with the yarn you've got going on in the center that you check and see which direction it's going so that you're not undoing your magic ring. And you can just kind of give it a tug and you'll see which way it's headed. And I just get myself back around to where I started, so I'm putting this in for like 1 more round, and then I'm done with that one. And then we're going to do the same thing for our petal tail, whatever color you've chosen for that. I'm going to pull it tight so that it doesn't stick up. Oops. I'm going to pull it tight so that it doesn't stick out right here. And then same thing, we're going to go in the back, going through the loops of those petals. And I just keep going until I get back around to the beginning where I started. And then we're going to cut that. Pull out those little yarn fuzzies that you always get. And there you go. We have a last minute gift idea. These would be great on backpacks, keychains, or hanging out of a stocking at Christmas time. These could even be cute on the top of like a regular old birthday present, just something cute that you could kind of tape on there to make that look cute. I'm also excited to try these on larger plushies. I think I have a chicken who could use a flower and some dressing up. So as always, I'm going to have the PDF printable down below if you would like to grab that. Leave a comment down below, let me know what colors you used today, and I hope you enjoyed this pattern. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.